I lost my home a long time ago. That's because most readers are being attacked by their own family. It is. God has to separate you and show you who people are, and then you get the blessing because it's like the people who hurt you the most is the people that you would have blessed. So God wanted to make sure that you got a clear understanding of when you get what's yours, you're not supposed to share it with that person or those people. The same way as when God split you up from someone, if you like say you're in a relationship, God will split you up from that person so that you can get your blessings. Those be the ones that be blocking your blessings. And most of us have such forgiving hearts that we'll overlook shit. But God will put you in a situation where you can't overlook it. Like me, I can't overlook it. I'm in a city where my whole family is, and I can't get a dollar from nobody. That new live, but that only helps for like gifts and stuff. That's not. I be needing cash apps and shit like that. Those gifts, you only get those on what Wednesdays, so it don't really do no good when you're trying to raise like instant money. Like like I don't know. It's weird because like when I was, of course, when we were all in a situation where we had at least a home, money was coming in easily. And then you gotta realize, social media do their thing where they want you to pay for promotion, and then you got your family and random ass people doing what's going on, love, trying to raise $10 more for shelter. Then you got your family doing spell work over your finances or your clientele. People that don't want your truth to get out. That's where your money coming from. And so you got a lot of people attacking that shit all at once. Trying to raise $10 more, child, so I can pay for this room. And so, when you're not in the home, not I mean, which is crazy because you make more money, but you spend more money because you got to worry about food, you know. And then sometimes you got to figure out if it's food or shelter, you know. You got to worry about real shit that other people don't have to fucking worry about. All right, on the spot reads. So that's why a lot of readers go through. You don't go through until you try to do right. When you're trying to do right, oh, thank you, love. I appreciate you. When you're trying to do right, that's when it seems like shit be the hardest, but it be a faith thing. But that shit be hurting. But God just makes it to where you do not fucking remember. I mean, makes it to where you remember and trust and believe when you come up out of it, it's fuck everybody. And you're not gonna have like you're not gonna have no problem saying it. You ain't gonna have no problem not doing for the people that you would have did for. Because how many times have you done for somebody who did you dirty? You know what I'm saying? God know your heart. So now that you at rock bottom, you looking up and you seeing everybody. You know, you looking up and you seeing everybody. So now, when God blesses you, you at the top. You see people at the bottom, but you see the people who helped you. You know what I'm saying? You have a clear view now. But you don't get that clear view until you hit rock bottom. And once you hit rock bottom, then you're able to see everything. Most of the people who ain't been in your situation, so they wouldn't know nothing about your struggle or the things that you know, had to go through, or the spiritual attacks. They don't understand that shit. You know, they just look at you as, lazy and this and that, and that's far from the case, and they know that. But those are the same ones that are throwing spell work. So it's just like God allows you just to see shit. It's fucked up, but that's how you know those are the people who gonna get the biggest blessings. The blessings that God got for you is not the blessings that God got for everybody else. And that's why you go through. That's why readers go through. Because we don't sugarcoat shit and we tell our truth. And people don't like that shit because our truth hurts the people that hurt us. Go figure. So we do a lot of shit on faith, just hoping that, somebody blesses our situation. That shit be tough though. It's tough when you got kids and you gotta deal with it though. If it was just me, it'd be different. But when you got kids, it's different. Because you're not just fending for yourself. You know what I'm saying? You fending for them too. So it should be weird as hell. But if you watch a lot of the readers, a lot of them are coming out of it. A lot of them getting places, a lot of them disappearing. And a lot of them are disappearing is because they got their blessing or they're receiving their blessing and then they back away. A lot of readers are tired, you're tired as fuck. We're constantly going, we're constantly on call. Like we like doctors and shit, you know. And when you a reader, you watch everybody else, you know, get what they need around you before you get what you need. But you can't be selfish. You just gotta keep going. You gotta keep fucking going. So that's why a lot of you see readers and then you don't, because they tired. You know, a lot of them don't talk about. A lot of them don't talk about what they got going on. I talk about what I got going on step by step. You know, and then you can't be embarrassed of the things that you go through either, because it's a testimony. Can't have no testimony if you don't have no test. Right, loving. Can't have no testimony if you don't have no test. A lot of people, right. And you know what's crazy? Loves flowers. I have a infatuation with lighthouses. And lighthouses lead people. Even when they raggedy and torn down, that light still fucking shines. Still, right? So it's really it's a test of faith, because it's like, I don't know, it's crazy. It's a crazy test of faith. You not knowing what's gonna happen. Like you really walking into the unknown, and you trusting God. You when you around family and shit, you have a tendency to lean on them. But the whole time you leaning on them is only those are like crutches, because they can take that shit away at any given time, and that's what they do. They it's, it's that predator shit. They call you in, and then they take from you and watch you fall, and hoping you don't have the faith to make it through. That's what my family did, and my daddy a fucking preacher. And not only did he do that, but he do spell work, you know, steal inheritance, all type of shit. That shit is real. And when I first started listening to tarot, I was like, damn, these people got a lot of shit going on. Until you find out, damn, you in the same fucking situation, and you realize, damn, it's a lot of fucking corrupt people out this motherfucker. And it'd be the people that raised you. But then you start to remember all the things that they done to you in your life, and then you like, damn, these people ain't no good ass. These people ain't no good people. It's weird. I'm down to the yeah. That's because they trying to speak to you. They got words for you. Right. Family is the worst. Family is the worst. Whoever would have ever imagined that your own father is trying to kill you and trying to take you out. And what's crazy is I be on these lives and I watch, you can see when people scroll past your shit. I see my dad scroll past my shit all the time, but he just want to know if I'm still alive or not. He don't understand how I'm still breathing, how I'm still speaking my truth. Family don't reach out. They don't do shit. Everybody hears your stories, and nobody gives a fuck. I be watching their ass. They stalk me on social media. That nigga even went and got a Snapchat. I seen that shit because if the contact is in your phone, it tells you. It shows you when they create shit. My kids, I've had to block them. They even stalk my children. No, what old ass man be on Snapchat? Ain't no old people on Snapchat. What old ass man creates more than one Instagram after being blocked off of several others? You know, people who stalk don't see that they don't see what you see. You probably have a secret from him. That nigga's a predator. I know all his secrets, meaning I know the things that he's done before I was born. He's been doing all of this shit before I was born. They have taken out family members using spell work, and they're trying to figure out why the fuck they can't take you out. That's because they gave birth to their karma. They don't know who God is. Yeah, I know all his secrets. He's a drug addict. He's an alcoholic. He's a petty, and he's a predator, and he's a thief. He's a serial unaliver. Anybody who uses, yeah, that's why they stay watching me. But it's like you can't kill the truth. I got 3,000 videos talking about this shit. And then what's so crazy? I've had family come towards me in the beginning telling me about the family, like confirming the shit. Like the shit crazy as fuck. So it's like when they say when your third eye open, when God wakes you up, you will never be able to close your eyes again. It's the truth. Because imagine you finding out that your parents were involved in a plot and a scheme to get rid of you because your grandmama or your aunt left you something, or you're finding out that your mother is really your aunt. That's embarrassing to them. It ain't embarrassing when they doing shit behind the scenes though. They just never thought that you would it ain't even turning on them, but they never thought that you would speak out on the things that are happening to you. They thought they could quiet you like they quiet everybody else in the family. When a lot of people pass away back to back like that, it has everything to do with spell work. Everything to do with spell work. And I could see clearly. I've confronted my father, and that's why he kicked me. That's why he kicked me out, because I told him I know what he's doing and I know what he's done. And then on top of that, my mom has confirmed the fact that this man goes to priests and witch doctors. She said he was doing that shit before I was born to stay out of jail. So, he did. My mom told me a lot of stuff, not knowing, because she an empty fucking vessel. Not knowing I was who I was, she had already confirmed every fucking thing. He still go to him. She was like, oh, you don't go to him anymore. And I'm like, yeah, the fuck you do. You a fucking minister. Why would you be going to a witch doctor anyways? You never believed in God. The reason why he became a minister is so, because you know how people used to say you running from God. No, they be doing that shit to try to save their fucking soul. But most dark people run to the church. That's where they run. You know, they don't. Yeah, that's where they run. And then on top of that, he was a minister of music. Come on now, that's even darker. But yeah, that nigga dark as fuck. That nigga been physically trying to unalive me since I was a kid. Like physically. That man has done so much to me, and the lady who raised me has always looked the other way or laughed while he was doing shit to me. This ain't even nothing new. Yeah, and the reason why you're single is the simple fact they don't want anybody. They do isolation spells. They don't want anybody to love or like you. All right, isolate you to make you. If they can't physically do anything to you, they want to physically separate you from everybody. You know, so you will want to have those thoughts yourself. And see, I used to be severely depressed and have an anxiety disorder. I used to take medicine for that shit. And I remember he used to be like, "Don't be afraid to take the medicine." I take medicine. This nigga bipolar and doesn't take medicine and think that shit is cute. That shit's not cute, nigga. You need help. He needs to be vapor acted. Like he really need help. And it's the fact that my mother, she don't say shit. The reason why she don't say shit because that's her shelter. That's her shelter. She has to depend on him. She can't do nothing by herself. That bitch can't even pay a bill over the phone by herself. She can't do shit. So she bound to him. I'm not bound to no man. She don't know who God is. You only be bound to people when you don't know who God is. I ain't bound to nobody. I know who God is. That's why I'm still single. Because most people want to control you when you at your low state. When you don't have nobody else. He did motherfucking isolated her from her family. Her mama gone. He had everything to do with that shit too. Like, he's killed everything around her. So she's bound to him. She has no soul. And he do sleep spells on her all the time. Illusion spells. That lady stay fucking dizzy. She stay sick. Like, it's crazy as fuck. But when I was in the home, he really couldn't do that shit to her. You know what I'm saying? But she a goofy. She choose dick over her fucking children. You know? So, and her grandchildren. And she think that shit is cute. But it's not gonna be cute when, things turn around and then they see everything that you've been saying was true. They see that shit. They suffering in silence. That man got prostate cancer. Again. Well, he had cancer somewhere else before. But now he got prostate cancer and he deserves it. He deserves it. Like, this shit crazy as fuck. I had a crazy ass life. And I refuse to let my kids go through it. They snatched my oldest, but she's stupid, so whatever. But she does bank fraud, so she fit in with that type of shit. They praise the ones who do bad, the ones who are trying to better themselves. Those are the ones that are punished, but those are the ones that are blessed in the end. It was crazy because I was watching a reading last night. It was a lot of readings last night. And they were saying that, they are attacking your mental real bad. It was like last night. And it was crazy because that's when I started getting headaches. That's when I started getting headaches last night. I don't really get headaches, but when I do, I know it's an attack. And I've been getting them since I was a kid, like migraines to where you can't open your eyes type shit. Them the type of attacks that they send towards you. And they send those towards you so you can't speak. You can't open your mouth. Who wants to talk? during a headache. But when you don't have a choice and you gotta keep going, you don't really have a choice. Y'all would be surprised at the things that readers go through, but they'll never tell you. You know, they're not as open with their shit. All you just see is them doing readings, but they be going through so fucking much day to day, helping other people, but still barely afloat. Mental state shot the fucking hell, but yet we still show the fuck up. That shit's hard, you know? Imagine waking up, headache, body tired, body aching. You gotta figure out how you gonna eat. You gotta figure out where you gonna sleep. That's a lot of shit all at once. And then if you got little kids, you know, you already aggravated. Yeah, them type of headaches I have migraines. To where like sometimes I would have to make myself vomit in order to release the tension in my body. It makes you feel really sick. That comes from spell work. Uh, when people see us online. I mean, it's some fake. It's a lot of fake readers. You could tell because they don't talk about shit like this. They just interested in when that man coming and simple shit. But I be talking about the fucking struggle, the part that they don't fucking talk about. The sleepless fucking months, not just nights. It's times I don't get sleep for 2 to 3 weeks, and then I get like 3 days of sleep, and then I'm back at it. This shit is hard. This shit wears and tears on your body. It's like you get drained, and then all of a sudden you get this burst of energy, then you drained again. It's very tiresome. Right. On top of that, and then you doing readings and you on social media. I hate being on social, and that's another thing. I fucking hate being on social media. I don't like being on social media like that. It's days that I wish that I never have to get on here, but I don't have a choice. You know what I'm saying? You don't have a choice when that's your means of survival. So that shit is draining. It's like you an empath. You sucking in all of that energy, and then you don't have nobody giving you shit. You don't have nobody pouring into you. So you just giving, and you just drain. You giving and you giving, but then you waiting on God to refill you. That shit's tough. That shit is tough as hell. Most of the time my head's hurt because we crying all day and night. You know what I'm saying? Praying and this shit nerve wracking. Writing. It's a lot of wear and tear on readers. And that's why most of them disappear after the fact. They don't want to talk. They don't want to say shit. They don't want to see people. They don't want to deal with nobody. That's why most of them, they move out in the country and get a bunch of animals. It's where you don't have to talk because you're telepathically talking to them. You even get tired of that shit, you know? You just want silence and you can't get it. I've been doing this right here since July. And I've just been listening to God and getting my way through. This shit tough. This shit is tough. I won't wish this shit on nobody, not even my worst enemy, but they'll damn sure wish it on you. It's supposed to make you cold. It's supposed to make you heartless. I'm not heartless. I'm cold to a bunch of motherfuckers. I'm straightforward, but I ain't heartless. I'm not heartless. Hold on, YouTube. Let me see something real quick. Alright, YouTube. I'll be back on. I'm gonna go up here. Alright, YouTube. I'll be back on. I'm gonna go up here and pay this, and then I'll be back on live because it does not stop. So I will see you guys in a few.